Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Seems like it's been forever since I done a live stream, and I'm always late, Ralph. You know that. Hey, Scott, how you doing? Glad you guys could make it. Let's see. I've got some drone stuff that I pulled off the drone this morning. I didn't get a chance to do any videos. Hey, Tommy. Hey, gorgeous. How you doing? Sawati krap. Um, what do you want to look at first? The ones of like with that thumbnail that was on this, the stuff from Ko Chang, or the stuff from the covered parking. I think we'll do it in order. We'll do the stuff from Ko Chang, I think. Let's see here. Hopefully it works. This is the resort that we stayed in. I'm staying right on the right, way over to the right. You'll see them in a little bit better, uh, right on the little bay to the right. There was a bungalow deal. It's pretty cool. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Hey, Logan, you're. I just watched your videos. I was behind, but Logan's took some time off, and his parents, and I think it was your brother, right? I half watched, but and had the family over, so that's pretty cool. Let's see. So it's something I'm trying to stay awake for. I don't know. These were pretty cool. Now I didn't edit any of this stuff. I just grabbed, stuck my SD deal in there and just grabbed some files off of the SD card. We can actually don't need going back and forth. So this was right behind the resort. Um, so I'll edit some of this stuff, maybe get some decent shots out of it. But it was nice there, to say the least. I mean, I dig Ko Chang. And here's the actual right there. Those little ones facing. I'm right on the other side of that pier, in the same ones as you see there. There's two. It was really nice, big, really large room, and I just did it just because I wanted to. I don't know, spoil myself. My wife didn't go. I could have used a cracker box; would have been fine. Hey Ted, how you doing? But if you ever get a chance to come to Thailand, if you're not already here, or even if you're here and you haven't been to Koh Chang, I would highly recommend it. And this hotel was nice too, and decently. Bobby and Jai stayed there. Andrew and Kwan, Maui, everybody, and the whole gang. His wife, and he brought a buddy of his that was on a Forza also. He could have got. They had all this fishing stuff over here, but I never quite got into it. But Ted's going to be disappointed. I probably could have went out and done a little bit of fishing, which I would have liked to have done. The only real fishing that I did is the sailfish that I have the video on. Pretty much it since I've been here, and I used to really enjoy fishing. Let me cut some of this up here. So this right here, these ones that I'm flying over now, that's where I was staying. The one right before the pier is the one I was staying. I guess it would be the third one from this way in. But you can see me down there sitting, a little black speck sitting on a white chair down there. But it was really nice, and I had some of the let's see, some of the sunset that I probably get some good footage off of. I really didn't have too much a chance to look at it all, but I got probably 20 minutes of 20 20 minutes of the sunset. But hey Dana, how you doing? Glad you could stop by. appreciate it. Yeah, so that was some of the footage, and then let's see a little bit more. I've got 3 batteries, and each battery in that little Pro 4 Mini will do like almost 40 minutes or something each battery. So I mean, just to fly 3 batteries there, you're pretty much. I was whooped. You know, you get a little tired of staring into the glass, but I really like the. I really like the Mini. Uh, it's really nice. And then we can go down to get off the beaten path. This is the Thai kitchen, outdoor Thai kitchen, and although it's pretty much enclosed, you'll see in when I put the video out, it's pretty much enclosed, uh, but it's big, man. It's just between the house, the 2 bays where you're actually going to park the trailer, and I'm going to park my truck and scooters and whatever else they want to park. Um, is 10 meters, and then it's the kitchen 7 meters by 4.5 meters, and then there's an outside bathroom. I think I'm. Let's see if I got it here. Yeah, coming back in. Probably not going to see it. Probably will. Maybe on one of these other videos. But I mean, it's huge. I don't know. I think I overkilled the parking deal. But everything that you pretty much see there with the parking structure, uh, um, the house, the raising of the land, it's still 63,000 US dollars for everything, and that includes. I bought a 55-inch TV, a wall unit, refrigerator, couch, bed, and some other stuff, including all that, and of course 6 air conditioners. And Dana would be happy. Bathroom exhaust. Haven't went in yet, but they will be going in. But yeah, so I don't know. I mean, what could you possibly build anywhere in the world? Pretty much, um, and this that structure is almost 2,400 square foot, five bedroom, 3 bath. That has apartment across the back. Um, I don't know. I think it's freaking awesome. So and that's where all the tables will be set where my trailer is, all along the side there. Over on the right hand side is where the big semi will be with the boom, 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 dancing girls and thing. They'll be cooking and everything under the covered parking and in the Thai kitchen. And it's going to be a hell of a party. Hey, Robert Mac, how you doing, Robert? Yeah, the bond. I like it. People constantly asking me, "Am I gonna live there? Which one do I like better?" Hey, Daniel. Um, no, I haven't, and I haven't checked into it. Thanks, Daniel. You might have asked me that before, and I forgot to ask my wife. I'll have to ask my wife. Um, I will find out about it. Um, whether I enjoy it there. It's quiet. It's kind of awesome. We threw, although I didn't film it this time, but the little 2-inch koi that we threw in that pond are damn near 8-10 inches long now. Um, Incredible growth. I've never had a pond that size that I put koi in. Of course, Japanese in Japan they do it all the time, and it's pretty deep. I think it's 6 meters deep in the middle of that pond. So um, anyway, I'll show you the finish deal. I don't know where am I at? Am I here? No, okay. There's that the last truck. You can see where the concrete's going to come across, and they put footings in, and then a bunch of steel, and they tied all the posts together with steel and concrete. I mean, they did a good job. I thought it was going to be a lot more for the Thai kitchen and everything. I think I'm going to be right around 200, uh, 200,000. And that includes refrigerator for the Thai kitchen, the countertops. It's a typical type Thai kitchen. It's not built-in cabinets or anything like that. There's going to be a couple of freestanding ones that we'll buy that put dishes and stuff in, and um, but other than that, it's just going to be pretty typical. Hey, Andrew, I'm glad you could make it. We had a good time, man. I had a really good time with Andrew and Juan and everybody, Maui, Bobby, Jai, everybody. We had a real good time. Somebody got a flat tire on the Forza on the way back. That was pretty sketchy at that point. And this is the last one. But you can see that's where. Let's see if I go up at all on this. I think I stayed down pretty much. Battery was going dead, but it ties in. There's plenty of room to come across and be able to do whatever I want to, turn in vehicles or whatever. Crap load on concrete. Although, and I did. Somebody asked me the other day whether how much it was, and I said 12,000 a truckload, and it's 5 cubic meters. It was 11,000. It was cheaper than I thought. So it was 11,000 a truck, 3 trucks, 33,000 for that. I probably got I don't know. I got a bunch of money in concrete. I do know. I mean, I can go and pull it out, and that's landing. So we're done with that. And that was that. So yeah, exactly. And that's what it's going to be. I mean, they're going to put a big countertop. It's going to be 7 meters, 7.5 meters long, and that's where they'll have the sink will be and the cooktop and all that kind of stuff. And then the refrigerator will be behind, and actually another oven with a 3 burner on the top of it that we had in that I have here in Surin that we don't use. I bought it when we were at one of the rental houses, and that in there, and then I'll buy probably 2 cabinets to put this stuff in. It's going to be interesting. The party's going to be fun. If you saw the pictures from the wedding, it's that same guy. So I imagine it'll be the same singers and all that kind of stuff. The entertainment should be good. Um, and that was that. So, in case anybody didn't, I'll show real quick. Where was the one? Which one was the one for the? Was it this one? Which one was the? Yeah, showing the resort. I'll show the resort real quick. And those bungalows over to the right on the little bay there is where I was at. Pretty cool. It was 1,500, I think, or maybe close to two, and that included breakfast. The breakfast was good, and then I got a little bit from when I went to Pattaya. I was only in Pattaya for Thanksgiving. We came in the day before for 7 hour ride and spent Thanksgiving Day there. Got up Friday morning and took another 7 hour ride to back to Surin. So it'd been a long few days, and then Saturday morning got up at 5 o'clock in the morning and drove to Ubon and spent all day there, and got home last night. So I ain't doing shit for a few days. I'm gonna relax. I think I've just got to finally realize that I'm kind of an old bastard, and it tolls on me a little bit of these 7 8 hour day rides. I don't think I can do it anymore. I can, I mean, but it does weigh pretty heavy on me. Is what Blackpink gonna provide? I don't know who is. I don't know what their names are, but the gals and the singer. We had a good time at the wedding, and I think there's going to be Andrew's coming. Chuck's going to come. Um, Mitch is going to try to come. He's not feeling good, but he has been feeling a little better. So I know he'll probably do everything to try to make it. Bobby and Jai, I believe, are coming. Um, who else is coming? Probably missed a bunch of people. Anyway, well, it's going to be a good time. And I didn't see Logan. Are you still here? Or did you go? Is Jamie watching? Are you guys? Are you still with the folks? I didn't know when those ones came out. Like I said, I've been away. I didn't do anything uh, except relax. Pretty much. I didn't go into out and about. I went into town. I think twice in Ko Chang. Went and saw Dave. If you've watched Chuck's videos of NEPs, and the food was really good, but I didn't realize until Jai had mentioned it and until I had breathing problems at night is that pastrami is loaded full of sodium. So I had a hard night after that. I just got to watch that sodium crap. I guess that's it. I mean, I didn't have a bunch. I was going to edit videos um, and try to actually get out some videos because I got some decent stuff, but nothing in depth or anything. Quickies on the hotel in Pattaya was actually a place that Andrew had suggested and stayed a lot, and I would highly recommend it, especially if you want to. I didn't go out, but I guess right out the door you're in whatever end. You could probably tell you it's in the middle of like the walking streets and stuff, but it's really a nice hotel. And they met my criteria for a thumbs up hotel. They had loads of bacon, and I mean loads. While you're sitting there, they were just bringing out pounds and pounds of it at a time, loading it in there. So, watching on your phone. Jamie's playing. Okay, so they're still there. Guys are watching NFL. Folks being for a few. Cool, cool. My brother and his wife. So does your brother. Are leaving in the morning. Where are they from? I didn't hear that either. I was trying to do three things at the same time this morning. But if you guys haven't got a chance, and Logan did three recently. One of them, the first one, about some people that lost their lives. So I would suggest, highly suggest watching that one, and the two with his parents and stuff. We lose way too many people, um, so give some support. Charleston, South Carolina. Okay, people eating turkey for Thanksgiving in Thailand. States, you know, for years and years, my wife hated turkey. This one, and so for the last 10 years that we were, you know, she liked ham, so I'd buy a ham and I'd buy a turkey, and I got this giant turkey, giant ham, and it's me and her sitting down to eat, and we cooked all the fixing, of course, and um, it was probably, well, it's longer than that, but the last 10 years that we were had Christmas and Thanksgiving and New Year's and everything together, we ate prime rib. We'd get prime rib, like maybe a 3 bone or a 4 bone prime rib. I'd cook it up, and the reason that we got a big one was we'd each get a big slab off of the prime rib, and then for the next 2 or 3 days we'd eat prime rib French dips, and they were awesome. They were better than the prime, but we did that every year. So we didn't even have it. I always Jones for the turkey because I really like the turkey and the gravy and all that crap that I shouldn't be eating anyway. But we went to Peaky Blinders, um, which I'd never been before, and Tom, Thailand Digital Nomad had invited Bobby and Jai was wanted to go visit some other people, so I got lucky enough to be Bobby's date though. But he charged me, which I thought was kind of screwed. You know, I think he should have paid for me, right? No, we had a good time. It was kind of expensive, but he had it looked like it was a almost like a steak, a ribeye, a prime rib, I guess, kind of, sort of, but it was in steak form, and then he cut across and gave everybody a couple of pieces of that, and he had rolled and deboned, looked like rolled and deboned the turkey. The gravy was good, the turkey was good, the rib was good. Had beans, he had which was awesome, a blueberry cheesecake. That was I've been jonesing cheesecake ever since I got to Thailand. sort of going and making it myself. Um, no, I haven't. Is it? Is that where they took the name from? But it was the food is outrageous. And then we went in at 2 o'clock seating, and then they had a 5 o'clock seating, and the place was just packed. There wasn't. He could have sold it. I talked to the owner a little bit. Um, Kind of a character, pretty nice guy. Um, that he could have sold it 10 times over. Uh, I guess there are people that have already booked it, and it's damn near booked. I think for next year, or might already be booked for next year. I don't know. It was Bobby had two or three Leos. I had like three Coke Zeros uh, and a soda water, and mine was 1,400, no, 1,500 baht, and Bobby's was 1,800 baht. So a little on the pricey side, but like I said, the food was great. There was a bunch of people there that I hadn't seen in a while, so it was good. I don't know. I don't eat there enough. I wish I. No, I probably shouldn't say that because if I'd eat there enough, I'd probably be dead because I would definitely hit all the Mexican food restaurants. I'd be loaded full of sodium and probably croak. But there's a lot of good places in Pattaya they eat. Um, but it was good. I think it's one of the best. They have a bunch of burger places. Mine would be. I know that I just saw Alex just did a video recently about a new Mexican restaurant in the mall there. Um, they said the portion size were a little bit small, but the taste and the food was really good. Um, yeah, we don't have in Surin. It actually isn't the one place that Bobby and we went to. What was the name of it? AA Fantasy or whatever it was. I think we've been there twice now for meetups. People coming in. Kenny came the last time, and Sampit. Uh, they have really good. I'm looking forward to going back there and trying some of the other stuff. Kenny or Andrew had a kebab that looked really good. Both times that I went there, I've had their big used hamburger, and it's really good. It's kind of hard to get away from that. But there's a couple of places here that I forget what the name of it is. Somebody could probably tell me. Andrew, hey Ron, how you doing, brother? Pink hand waving. Uh, I think the one place that has the ranch and stuff. I want to say 666, but it's 361 or whatever it was we went to. That was really decent. Even over there at the hotel that I suggest to anybody that comes here is Slive Hotel. They got a Big Cheese is the name of the restaurant that's in there, and they deliver. And in fact, I've got a salad for lunch that I ordered last night. I ordered pasta and on the way home on the drive in, we didn't get back until 6:30, almost 7 o'clock. My wife ordered from there, and they delivered it here. So a um, chicken breast over the top of a salad, a chicken salad. Uh, it's only like 120 baht for the chicken salad, and it's good size too that they give you. Uh, and they got good food, and they have good Thai food, and they have excellent lasagna. Um, Italian food, regular American. Their hamburger is very, very acceptable. So there are a few. Oh, 361, Andrew got it. 361. I was close, wasn't I? 666, 3 something, I said. Route 66, I've been to once with Tom, I believe it was, a long, long time ago, right on my way out of town or something. And I had Mexican food there and fajitas, and they were acceptable. Um, and I'm kind of a Mexican food snob, and maybe it's because I hadn't had Mexican food in a long, long time. But it was pretty good. Route 66. But there are a bunch of them there. Um, Actually, I think the person to watch now because I was watching Ryan and Tom, and then they stopped doing their Eat Out Pattaya. But over in at least in Bangkok, expat Paul, he does a pretty good job on going around and looking at all the places from very reasonable places to eat to McDonald's. He does it all. I like some of his content, or all of his content. Sunrise Taco, that's the one. Yeah, yeah, that was the one. I just watched it. I don't know how old it was. I was scrolling around and trying to watch everybody's videos is damn near impossible. But I try to catch some. Um, but he does a good job there. I don't know if there's anybody. There probably is, in Patea, but um, when they were doing it, it was good watching some of the places. Question: how much was the tire repair? Was 1,700. So $50, and that included a brand new tire and the labor, and I gave them an extra 200 baht, so they got about 2,000. But yeah, and they did a good job, and it really was. I don't think the guy would have done it. What happened was he was real. He's got all the big equipment to do semis. I mean, so the kid knows what the hell he's doing with tire. He tried to patch it. We tried to put two of them in there because I had a kit, he had a kit, and we couldn't get it. I said just so I can get into Honda. Called Honda. They couldn't even do it today, even if I got it there. So when he got done with it, I said him and his young wife. They were young. He's a young kid, and they were sitting there and they were very nice. And he said, "No, you don't owe me anything." And I mean, he was there trying to do the tire 20 minutes, and I said, "Here's 100 each." And I think that's why. Then I asked him, maybe you got a friend or something that has a truck that can take it here or this and that. And thank God Jai was there because obviously she could speak Thai. So that helped. She called Honda, tried to get this and that. They didn't even know if they could get a tire. And then finally the kid said, you know what? He'd done scooters before. And I told him the Forza is a scooter, man. That's all it is. And as it turned out, he did a fantastic job. But he said, I'm going to run into town and see if I can find a tire. He went into town, and I think the tire was 1,400 baht, and then he charged me like 200 baht uh, to put it on. And the kid did a great job. I think he was done in a half hour by the time he started to finish, which I think if somebody that knew exactly what they were doing would have taken that long. The tire looks like it's okay. I was going to go out and check it this morning and take it out. I think he overinflated it just a little bit, but I didn't have a gauge with me. I could have used my pump and checked it, but the tire looked okay. I pushed it a little bit on the way home, and it seemed to hold, and it had a decent sidewall on it. So I asked him, I said, well, what kind of tire is it? He goes, I guess it was lost in translation, but it was pretty much, does it really matter? It's the only one in town. And so I said, no, it really doesn't. It seemed like it's a little bit on the harder side, so it'll probably last a little longer, which I imagine a lot of the Thai people are probably going to buy a little harder tire anyway. I don't think they're worried about handling or anything. They're worried, they're worried about how long it's going to last. But did an outstanding job, and that's why I say we talked about it before. I pretty much know that I'm not going to die on two wheels from when I was a kid. Same thing with this. We went through a lot of stuff up in the mountains, kind of not real high or anything, but twisty stuff. If it would have went on any of that, I would have got hurt. And it happened on a perfectly straight, flat road. And by the time that I could get it was real sketchy. If you ever get a flat tire on a scooter, especially at 100, 110 kilometers, it's weird because even if you try to decelerate fast, it wants to get squirrelier. It's a little bit different than motorcycle, put it that way, or my experience anyway. But coasted down, pulled it over. I think Bobby has a video out. He was behind me. And where do I stop? I mean, there wasn't anything around right in front of this kid's shop. And I don't mean past it a little bit. or before it a little, right in the middle of his building, and and I'd go get my pump and what everything else. She goes, "This is a tire shop." I said, "Oh no shit." So I went up there and started talking to him. So it worked out. I think I didn't really time the whole thing, but we probably lost a little over 2 hours probably because I got home in the dark. I stepped it up a little bit when it got dark. Probably should have done that either, but I wanted to get home. I just don't see as good in the dark anymore. I don't know if anybody else that's um, turning into an old bastard, but I think it's because I have cataracts, and so I got to get them taken care of. Hey Pierre, how are you? It was a sidewall, man, a big ass nail in the sidewall, and wasn't much that I could have done. I probably could have got it to hold air far enough for me to go in, but the kid didn't want to, which I don't blame him. I mean, if he puts it and I go out and get hurt, I'm sure that there's no, it wouldn't have been a problem, but he didn't want me to get hurt. I'm thinking, Pierre, but I think maybe I could have. Um, Yeah, yeah, big time. But he said that stretch of the road there, and maybe that's why he has a tire shop there. His wife, or I think it was his wife, said that there's a lot of nails on that road. And I tried to have Jai tell him, "Well, you got to stop throwing nails out there." But um, sometimes they don't get my humor. But yeah, very, very unusual. Very unusual. Had a great ride. Like I said, I'm just, God dang, man. 67 years old and being a fat bastard. Um, 4 hours is what I would, 5 hours max on any time I go in. If it takes me 2 days to get to Pattaya, then so be it. I'm not going to push it anymore. Um, and we pushed it a little bit as far as on the way there, but both Maui and me agreed we wanted to get there and make sure we got on the 2 o'clock ferry ride over to Koh Chang out of Tarat. And we did a 3 hour stint, about a 20-minute stop, and another 3 hours. And the 3 hours gets to my ass, I guess, the easiest way to put it. But I just need to go a little bit. So I mean, retired. It doesn't, as long as I'm riding with people, and I know where they're going, then it's fine. But there's no reason. I could take 8 days to get to Buriram if I wanted to. So I need to just stop thinking that I'm some kind of Superman or something. Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell her. I knew he wasn't, but she said there's just a lot of stuff, I guess, on that highway. Highway isn't. I don't know which one it is or whatever, but it wasn't the best highway in the world either. El Paso, Mexico is unique. I'm not a fan. Um, and a bowl of red and green sauce covered with a whole pound of cheddar cheese. Yeah, but you need that cheddar cheese and stuff, right? That you get your protein, not beans too, right? Beans. But I, I went to New Mexico and stuff like that too, and they're a little bit different. I like traditional Mexican food, street tacos. Just a corn tortilla with a bunch of asada on it, and a good hot sauce and cilantro and onions, and I'm in heaven. But like I said, man, Mexican food is just my weakness. Thank God we don't have one here real close, because I'd probably be there every day, and instead of being 280, I'd probably be 350. So, and I need to lose weight bad. Uh, I I wanted to come in February, but now I think my wife's going to have surgery in February. Um, if I do, it'll probably be the middle of next year. I'm thinking right now, unless I blow out, Daniel, and maybe just come for like a couple weeks. I'd like to go see a friend of mine up in Northern California, and my family, my kids, of course, my grandkids. Um, but I'd like to take like 3 weeks. My wife going, I could probably stretch it, maybe 2 weeks. with her a little bit over. I might be able to get a few extra days out of her, but it pretty much eats up her whole vacation. So it's kind of hard. It's different than with a lot of people out there that are travel vloggers and stuff like that. Their wives are don't work, and makes it a lot easier. A lot easier to do videos and too if you have somebody with you. I kind of noticed that. Even myself, it's hard to motivate myself and try to think about what I want to do in the video, and I think I need to do that to become better at it. Is Lance here? I didn't. Oh, there he is. I didn't see you. What's up, Melly? I think I was just talking about you, wasn't it? The 6 hour, the 2 3 hour stunts. What? But I don't know about you, man. I drove that, even that coming back, even 2 hours, and that 6 7 hours just it does a toll. It does a toll on me with my knees, bone on bone, and it just, I don't know, beats me up. I love the ride. I'll never stop as long as I can climb up onto a bike and get it rolling in the right direction. I'll never stop riding, but I think I'm going to be a little easier on myself from now on. That's what Alex had, right? The tacos is in the range in California. Never remember eating it before. I never I never even heard of it until he said it today when I watched the video. I mainly, like I said, a good street taco, a big ass burrito full of asada, and I like beans, maybe a little bit of cheddar on it. Doesn't have to be covered in cheese, but man, I miss some of the stuff that we had. I thought we had excellent Mexican food in Southern California. Just me. Yeah, you know what it is. It's the bone on bone. Sometimes I can walk 2 blocks and I'm in so much pain that I don't. I just want to sit down. But what I need to do is I need to get my knees fixed, and then I need to walk every day. But yeah, that's what I should be doing every morning. And I might still try. I got to push myself. And I got to get into the gym because there's no reason in the world that I can't work out with weights and stuff and not abuse my knees. The only thing that I did before when I went to the gym is no no resistance on the bike for an hour, hour and a half, and then weights. But if I could have kept going, if COVID wouldn't have came along and my wife wouldn't have busted my stones about how I'm going to catch it and die if I keep going to the gym, I would have been all right. I was on a good roll back then. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I bet. But it is tired for a couple of days after. Yeah, and like it was to me. Like I said, I can go an hour and a half and I got to stop, especially in Thailand, and especially if it's hot out. I got to have a bottle of water. I can put the bottle of water on the bike, and that's okay. Maybe go 2 hours, but it's really a lot. Like I said, a lot of people don't understand too. Um, Dehydration can kill you, and it can kill you real easy. Uh, but when you do come here, make sure you drink a lot of water. Mexican food was, yeah, the roach coaches. Yeah, and the couple little tiny places. One place that I think it's still open with my first wife, uh, and that was when I was young. Her parents went to a place called Tortilla Inn in the San Fernando Valley, and I believe it's still there. And it was one of those ones that you find, and everybody knows your name type thing. You go in, food was outstanding. The margaritas were off the freaking hook, and that was when I was drinking. So yes, I did get intoxicated every time I went there. But her parents used to go, and they were drinkers too. Great people. I don't know if they're still alive or not. I got to try to get a hold of my ex brother-in-law. I did get his number about 6 months ago. See how it is. See how my ex wife is too. She was good. We were friends. Her dad was my little league baseball coach. They lived 2 blocks from my house, so it was kind of a through school deal. She's a great lady. She's just too much alcohol. I'd get home and she was a waitress, and she'd get off at 2 o'clock. I was doing air conditioning. I didn't get home till I went to work at 5, got home at 7, 8, and she was already hammered. And here's a call for pizza. That was my dinner. And after my 335th pizza in a row, 9 months we were married. 9 months I was married to the one that had two of my kids too, although we were together before that. But yeah, so let's see, chili rellenos, dish made correctly. Yeah, it's good too. I got a lot of good Mexican food. Look up Chico's Tacos in El Paso's if you want to see what I'm talking about. I dig the traditional style too. They corn tortillas, rice, bean, fresh, and cilantro on top. Yeah, pretty much they can't really any kind of Mexican food, especially right now. I'd be game for. But when I went to New Mexico, and even in Texas, Tex-Mex type stuff was good. Some of it excellent, but I was just used to we used to go down to past Pendleton and all that down to um, the border and go into Tijuana and talk about a bunch of Tijuana jail is not a good place to be. I'll put it that way. But we had a lot of fun. But and we went to Cabo. We took the general contractors that we did work for in air conditioning. We took them every year. We started out taking them to Catalina fishing. They all were big fishermen. And then the second year that we went to Catalina, a buddy of mine was when, um, God, what's her name? What's her name? The gal the actress that drowned on that 75-foot sports fisher, married to, God, my mind is absolutely horrible. Natalie Wood. Um, Natalie Wood. Her husband was somebody knows the guy. I can remember he was in the bunch of TV stuff. Anyway, Robert Wagner, and he bought it. He gave it, donated the 75-foot sports fisher to the Boy Scouts. A buddy of mine bought it from from the Boy Scouts, and we took them down there. That was awesome. And we took a couple of trips to Ensenada because he took it down there to have the bottom and stuff done on the boat. Outstanding boat, big heavy thing, but it was a nice boat. And then for years, I want to say about 8 years straight, we went to Cabo San Lucas, and you could go down there. And when we go out on the pangas or whatever we want to do, we usually spend 3 or 4 days. Couldn't spend any more than that. We were just up and drunk for 4 days. It was enough. We were young, but the point that I was making is you could go there and get 10 tacos for $1. The last time I was there, when I took a cruise ship with this one, we went. It was they were $1 a piece, and I went, "Wow, things do change." But when we started going there, it was actually considered a fishing village. You could tell your wife, "I'm just going down to a little fishing village." A couple of the guys still try to say that 8, 10, 12 years later. They got all these big. The Finisterre, if you've ever been there, was the biggest and best hotel, and now it's like an old thing now. Well, if you've ever been to Cabo, you know. But hey, Paul, how you doing? Your ears burning? I was talking about you a little while ago. Um, but yeah, so that's how the times have changed. But I liked, the food in Tijuana and Ensenada, and and being from California and all the stuff we had, all the fish tacos or Baja tacos or whatever you want to call them. But any kind of Mexican food, I'm up for. There's no doubt. But there is some different, the Tex-Mex and the stuff that went over, and the stuff that I got in New Mexico was different, and the stuff that you're talking about is even different. But I think it's still the Mexican spices and stuff, and that's what I like. So Ron's come on under two names now. Thank you, brother. But Papas and beer, yeah, yeah, just great times. Got a lot of fun running across the border when we were young. But back then, and you could raise a lot of hell, and plus there was a lot of people coming out of Pendleton and stuff. Um, wanting to blow off some steam and stuff. So there was always a fight to be had, and most of the time you had to really, really cause a lot of problems to end up in the Tijuana jail, which I only did once. And that was enough. But it was a good fun place. And then going up the coast and stuff, Rosarita and stuff. I mean, just some beautiful places. A lot of people bought stuff there in little trailers, and you could live a good life back in the day. I don't know if you can anymore. A lot of people still talking about Mexico and with the cartels and stuff. A lot of people don't want to go, you know, traipsing around and vacationing where they're cutting people's heads off. They frown on that a little bit. I, you know, if you get your head cut off, you get your head cut off. And most of them kids with them M16s that are 16 years old, they want to protect the people. They don't want people to stop coming and dumping all their money into their towns. But hopefully they'll get their problems under control. But there was a bunch of nice places, and I knew a bunch of people that did retire there. Right, they were older, friends of friends type stuff, or older brothers and sisters of my friends, and they loved it. They liked it a lot. Airbnb, nice sea view condo in Rosarita, $70 a night. Yeah, so I mean, it sounds like it's still okay, but like I said, I liked Costa Rica. Costa Rica was pretty much the same. Like I said, the climate's exactly the same as Thailand right here. If you know what it is here, they have a rainy season. Their normal temperatures are 90 to 100 and 80 to 100% humidity. They put ice in their beer. They have fans everywhere. It's pretty much the same. The cost of you could get the last time I was there for 8 months in 2015, 16, something like that. And the second place that I rented a big place first, then I rented a little 2-bedroom condo, maybe 2 blocks from the beach, for 550 US dollars, which I thought was reasonable. Compared to here, it's expensive. I mean, you could get an overlooking the ocean type stuff. But I mean, it was a little bit close to be able to live there. You could also buy, excuse me, buy. You could own the property and build houses and stuff, but it wasn't cheap. But the thing that was a killer, just like here, liquor and food. If you want to eat Fruit Loops and stuff that needed to be imported, it was going to cost you a bunch of money. If you want to eat rice and beans and bread, you don't have a problem. So if you eat what the indigenous people are eating, and that reflects here also, except you got a lot bigger choice here. Costa Rica was, I don't know, it wasn't as much of a, um, you know, here you can get pretty much anything you want. And especially if you guys don't watch expat Paul. A couple of the ones that he did recently, Paul, and you can put up I don't know, are you a moderator? I don't even know. I can't see on pretty much everybody on here is a moderator. Put up somebody can put up Paul's uh, site. He he wanted to one. You got two big giant plates of food for under $1, right? US dollar, like a curry and some other stuff. It was phenomenal. These two big giant plates of food uh, for 98 cents or something like that, if I remember right. And I think Vietnam, I still got to go. Robert Mack, we talked about how long ago? 3 years, 4 years ago, Robert, about me coming there and you showing me around for 2 or 3 days. In case you guys don't know and aren't, let me do that too, and aren't subscribed. I got a wrong hand. Subscribe to Robert Mack Media. Robert has his wife is Vietnamese, and they have a place. I think you got a place there too. But my problem is if I go with my wife, and I can go with somebody that knows the area, because I can only go for maybe 4 days on a short these trips that we try to plan throughout the year. Uh, and I'll spend 2 days trying to figure out where the hell I should go in a place that I don't know that much about. Um, and Robert was kind enough back in the day anyway to say, "Come and I'll show you around," which I'm sure he would do it again. He's a very nice man and a stand-up man too, I may add. And I'm looking forward to meeting him when he does come next month. I'm going to make a point of it. Him and Andy, Andy's travels. Andy, I've been corresponding back and forth with for 3, 4, or 5 years. I don't even know. A long time, and I haven't. Andy's been here like 3 times, and I haven't had a chance to meet up with him. But I want to do that also. Mm. wait, wait till Ron John figures out to go with bold type and addition to caps. Ah, okay, I see. That was this one. Uh, don't tell him the secret. And I get a chance to meet Ron too, which I've been looking forward to for a while. He's going to come to the house blessing. We'll go there. We're loading up Mom, Bear, Dinner, the dog, the one that was completely paralyzed. She doesn't like to run a lot, but my mother-in-law said that she was running across the fields outside the gate. So she is on her way to probably almost a complete recovery. Thank God. I mean, and she wasn't like a little bit paralyzed. She couldn't lift her head up to drink or eat. They had to feed her, and so it's an amazing story. She's going to come. We got to take dinner, who's like 3/4 the size of a German Shepherd, a bigger dog. Bear, who's huge, and we're gonna bring Toby and Money the cat. The other cats are all outside. Money's an inside cat, and then Mom's gonna go with us on Saturday, this Saturday, and then and stay the whole week until the deal's the following Saturday. And my wife bought some kind of big cage to put him in or something. I don't know. And then we'll go Saturday morning again and come back Sunday like we did this weekend. And bring, I think the only thing we got left, we brought up a bunch of stuff in the back of my truck, tile for the Thai kitchen, the last air conditioner that needs to go in. Um, Pots and pans and all stuff that my mother-in-law wants to have there, and the table. I'm gonna have to bring the table this next time, and I think that's all. And then when we go, we're gonna go on because I think Ron's coming. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too, brother. Um, you're coming on the 8th, right? We're leaving, which is a Friday. We're leaving 4 o'clock in the morning on the 8th, I think, or 5 o'clock on the 8th because the kids are coming on a train or a bus or whatever out of Bangkok, and we're going to pick them up in Ubon. So we'll stop in Ubon at the macro, get all the meats and everything that they need to cook, whatever food whatever I'm going to have. I'm going to probably get some bacon and potatoes and stuff and make country uh, hash browns and probably scrambled eggs and bacon or ham or whatever. I'll grab that. I'm going to make that probably the morning after the 10th, the morning of the 10th. So anybody that wants to come back to eat, I'll cook because the monks are going to come the morning of the 10th. And we'll pick up all that stuff, pick up the kids. We'll have 2 cars and then go out there and hopefully get there. I did order some pellets for this in case you guys, I keep thinking I got screwed again. They did refund my money. Anybody that was wondering, I ordered the propane gas uh, pizza oven twice from the same suppliers saying they didn't cancel it the first time it was Lasada. Both times, both got canceled. I said, okay, enough. I found another one that was 9,000 baht, a little bit more. Ordered that. Boy, that son of a bitch! If they didn't pack it and they shipped it and it went through China's, their inspection process to get out of the country. And when I got back from the trip, I'm going, man, I want to open this thing up and see what it comes with and all that. Can't find it. It's nowhere here. We find this little white envelope about this big, like this, maybe this size, right? And it's got that order number on it. It's a frickin' pen, a 9,000 baht pen they sent me. So needless to say, I got on there and called them a bunch of thieves and um, do you steal in your own country too? They don't do anything for you for stealing, and they did refund the money, but I don't have no pizza oven. So I bought pellets, and I'm gonna get. Aaron gave me the name of they sell chips and all sorts of wood for smokers and barbecues here in Thailand, and I'm going to try to order some of their smaller ones, and we'll see if the biggest thing with the charcoal is I couldn't get it to the if you look at the charcoal one that Walmart sells or whatever online, the whole back of that thing is a big basket. You could just pack it full of 15 pounds worth of coal, and the one that this one is it's small. And the first pizza that I did in it was all right, but trying to get the temperature back up and everything, no freaking way. So I ordered a 40-pound bag of pellets for 1,600 baht, $50. So that'll be here. If I get that to work, I'll take it, and hopefully I can keep it fed and be able to try to make some pizzas. Because the people there were real disappointed when I said I'm not going to be able to make pizza. I think they were already, um, grabbing their ketchup bottles and ready to hit the pizza train as it came through. So I'm going to try like hell. I do have pepperoni, and I do have low moisture mozzarella. So hopefully I can make some both American and, of course, the Thai style is gonna. I'll have mushrooms, olives, probably some Italian sausage that I'll make, and then for on the Thai side they like uh, hot dogs, ham, pineapple, fake crab sticks, and and that's pretty much it. But they were disappointed, so we'll see. Hey Rob, how you doing? Hope you're well. But yeah, and I was kind of looking forward to it too. So now I'll still look for it, but I'm just leery. If I can't buy one, maybe I'll try buying one from the States and pay the import tax or whatever. But if I can't get one that's already here in Thailand, I'm not buying another one from China. China's really put a bad taste in my mouth. But like I said, I knew it was through Lasada. My wife was freaking out. And I said, I know I'm going to get my money back, but that's not the point. I didn't care about the money. I wanted the flipping oven, man. But I didn't get it. So maybe I could talk Logan into hopping on a plane and flying one out to me. Uh, yeah, I don't know. They're expensive though, aren't they, Pierre? I didn't want to spend a fortune either. I could buy one that's got the table that turns, which I thought was a good deal. Probably a very smart thing to do, but it's twice the money. It's almost 20,000 baht, 18,000. But maybe I should stop whining about price and just buy one. Yeah, they just I make my own, to put on there. It's very simple, easy sauce, tomatoes. I cook mine. A lot of people don't cook theirs. I like my sauce cooked, and on the pizza, but a lot of people don't. But they'll just pour ketchup across the top of it and love every second, for sure. In fact, I just watched Chuck's video, and they wanted all pizza, so they ordered pizza. I think for their Sunday fun day, and the one of the shots that he shows is one of the guys with the little packets of ketchup, putting it across the top of the pizza. Uh, yeah, 2 pens exactly right. And I was so pissed. And I'm trying to be sabai sabai. My wife is telling me that, and I have been. I've been cranky. I think I told you guys that the last couple of 3 months or something, even. And I'm trying to be sabai sabai, but I don't, I don't know. It. I have a hard time sometimes, and I didn't want to go crazy on there, and plus I knew it was a Chinese company, so I knew it wasn't a Thailand company, so I didn't really insult them that bad, except I called them a bunch of thieves. But I don't know. Sometimes I get carried away, but they were that they were all the people there were are waiting for it, so I'm going to give it a shot. My wife says, "Well, why do you need to fire?" I said, "Well, I've got to fire it up at least once here with the wood. I tried it with the wood chips, and that didn't work that well. I couldn't get it hot enough. Yeah, and with the pellets, I think it's a whole different deal. And I don't care if I've got to feed it at least on my hands. My hands. It was a bad experience with the coal. My hands were filthy. Luckily, up there on the top of the man cave here, I've got a sink and stuff, so I could wash them off. But it was a pain in the ass to get it up. The very first time putting it in there, getting it hot, it did. But after I pulled that first pizza out of there, never got up to temp again. Uh, so we'll see what happens with the pellets, and I'll let you guys know. I'll do a little film on it. You going to Pizza Hut? Uh, I don't even mind the Pizza Factory. Is that the one? Or Pizza Hut? They're kind of similar, but I got no problem with their. I like their thick. I like thick crust. Give me bread. I want freaking bread. A lot of people want Neapolitan thin, fast, 60-second pizza, which is which is okay. I got no problem with that, but I like I like bread. But their that Pizza Factory stuff, I got no problem with their pizza. I think it's okay. Um, but the and I think they're fairly similar. Pizza Hut and Pizza Factory. I look at their stuff. Hey, traveler, how you doing? Glad you could make it. It's all right. We're just chugging along. In fact, I'll show some stuff since it's silent. There's we're start here. Let's see if it comes up. This is some of the drone footage from Koh Chang. I stayed in these bungalows right here that you're seeing, uh, but it was really really nice there. The swimming wasn't the greatest out in front of my place, but they have a sandy beach over to the left of there. Let's see if I can get some of their shoreline. It was just gorgeous. I mean, it was outstanding place. I really had a good time there, and I didn't do anything, but I had a really relaxing time. So that made it. Let's see if I think this is the one that kind of does the flyover. There's the resort right on the other side of that pier. I'm on the first one of those bungalows there. Um, but yeah, really a nice place. Let's see if yeah. They have all these different rooms ranging. I'm gathering from maybe 1,200 to 2,500 a night, bought, of course. But that you could have got fishing boats out of there. Could have done a lot of stuff. I just was into doing pretty much nothing. Um, no, I haven't. Should I try them, Robert? Alibaba? Is that what that is? The same thing, right? Out of China, right? I could try there. Maybe I will. I do have their app. I've had it for a long time, trying to get. And in fact, I did get the filter for the front koi pond. Was there when we got back from Ubon yesterday. So I'll be starting on redoing the front pond and getting all that stuff out of there. It'll be wide open, and then the filter will be out of the pond It should be really nice. And there was some nice sunshot photos that are drone footage that I got here too. I'll just show you a little bit of that. And this one. Let's see. But anyway, I didn't edit any of this stuff either, if you couldn't tell. And then I have, let's see, I'll show you a little bit of this. This is that the Thai kitchen, 4.5 meters by 7 meters, and then the covered parking is 10, a little over 10 meters by 7.5 meters deep. There's two big bays. I'll be able to take the trailer there and back it under there if I want to keep it there. And then I still got plenty of room to park my truck and 50 scooters. So should be all right. That all that concrete landing strip is all going to be tents and tables, and then over on the right hand side will be the boom boom boom. I think entertainment for the party. But they did an excellent job on the structure. If you guys can see, you can see where they're those little trenches that are going in between the concrete beams. That's a trench dug and then steel all put down in there, and then they put that hog wire mesh, and they did pull it up. Somebody was asking about it. Concrete does run a little bit thin sometimes, but there is different strengths of and psi of the concrete that you can get. Let's see this one. I won't bore you too much with it. I showed it a couple of times, but you can see where the concrete is going to come. I'll let him pull it up. So the one that has the ball back wall and all that, and there'll be a half wall right there where my uncle is pulling the concrete towards him. That will be a half wall all the way across, and that's where the sink will go over there where that blue plumbing is, and then the cook stuff here, and that back wall is solid, so it's pretty much an enclosed kitchen. And then I'll show you the pretty much the size of the. Let's get it back up in the air. See how far I. What's the start of this? You can see the way that it comes over. That's the way it connects, but it's big. There's plenty of room to to be able to swing over there and park and not have to pull in the dirt or anything. I don't think I really have a very good picture of the finish. I do on the GoPro on the of the finished deal, but pretty much that's you can see the outline of it and what they did. So plenty of room there to move over and get into and swing into the last bay there. Who will park that besides me? Okay, let's get over here, Dave. Karaoke machine's already there. I bought it for the kids and it's there, but the boom 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 of this guy brings in a flatbed. If you look at my wedding, if you go into the old videos, the wedding and house blessing ceremony in Surin, the same guy. They had 4 girls and they dance and the singers and it's pretty good entertainment. I never had thought about it for a wedding, but my wife did a good job. She's the one that did it, so it wasn't my fault. Towing a trailer north on the home trip looked like at least 25 foot long. It could be. I don't know when he's gonna. I think I told everybody my electricity sucks and I don't know what to do about it, man. My uncle is now saying that if I want to put in if I run 2 air conditioners and try to take a shower, the lights dim to nothing, which is going to just absolutely destroy any electronics in the air conditioners, in the refrigerator. Brownouts are the worst thing for any kind of appliance, air conditioning, refrigeration, and everything else, computers and everything. But the transformer's so far away, and they're saying, well, you don't have enough people in the area to warrant us putting in another transformer. And if I got to pay 200,000 baht to put a transformer on the pole, and I don't want to do that, so I'll put in 300,000 and put in solar and batteries or something. But I guess if they get more people, but I'll be dead, long dead and gone before they get more people moving into the village there. Uh, and boom boom doesn't mean music, doesn't? Uh, yeah, so they have to bring a generator. So my electrician is coming. He's invited to the party too, and he's my solar guy. And what he's going to do is temporary for the party. This diesel generator, I guess, is huge. He's going to run some wires up and power the house up to where you could turn on shit, and not have brownouts. So, but after the fact, granted, I'm only going to be there once a month. But if I go with the whole family and have my mother-in-law, father-in-law, the kids in one in each room, and then me and my wife and I can't run anything. I'll be yelling at them. You guys fry out there. Turn on a fan, and the only air conditioner we run is the one in my bedroom. It's not fair either. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know, but it sure does suck. Not like, and if it was the United States, because I asked my wife, is there more than one company to buy electric from? And she said, no, just the government. I said, all right. So that ends that. There's no talking to them, or, that my uncle will, keep trying and seeing, but the transformer's so freaking far away. It's like on the other side of the planet, and I don't know. We'll see. Grab a coat and show myself to the door. But yeah, I got two, just so you know, Logan. One, in fact, I can show you anything to show the kids having fun. So rock stars. Uh, I have that one at the Serin House here, and then I bought a brand new one uh, for uh, for the house there. I like at their entertainment. They're good kids. Like I said, I'm the luckiest man in the world. That, and we might as well, since we're showing also. No, that's it. So let me get back to. Here we go. I think they do. I mean, I think they got good voices. My wife does too. I'm the only one that's tone deaf, but the rest of them can actually sing, and I enjoy. They have fun. They have nothing nothing better in life than to, especially in my case, being able to. They changed my life, and I got to change their life. They can sit down and eat what they want to. They don't have to wear hand me down clothes in the private school, and shoes with holes in them, and they got a better life, and they know it, and they are very grateful for it. They're not, oh yeah, this is what you should be doing, and we expect it, and we want more, like they would in the United States. So I'm lucky. I'm a lucky guy. Mine will be. How old is she, Ron? There will be kids there, and I've already put in the bid for the 1,500 baht all you could eat coconut ice cream will be there too. Like I bought for that when honoring the dead uh, deal that I went to, which I'm looking forward to next year. That's how much I enjoyed, and I'll do double. 14. Shishu just turned 18, and Sim is 21. But they'll be, I think, Samo is 15, I think, or 16. Yeah, there'll be plenty of kids there. She'll have a good time. If not, she can just hang out right by the ice cream truck and regulate everybody to come in and get their ice cream. She'll have a good time. There's going to be. I asked my wife the same thing, and she said too. She said, they're going to be family and stuff like that. And I said, well, if people are from around the neighborhood and they come over, they're not going to cause any trouble, and they just want to, enjoy the show. And we have food. We're going to feed them, right? And she said, oh, yes, of course. I said, okay. And I mean, it could get expensive if they all come over and want to drink, but we went in, and instead of buying the alcohol and the cooking oil and all that kind of soda and all that from Macro and all that, I wanted to buy it from the local um, store down the street in the village, and probably cost me a little bit more. But the lady was real nice. She's friends with my wife's brother, cousin, and he took us over there yesterday and talked to her about prices and the alcohol, the couple of the real cheap liquor they like to drink that, and the Hong Tong. I don't know, not a drinker. Bottles of that, and then of course I figured I got Leo and Chang. I figure are the two, or maybe I don't know. That's what I think we're gonna get. And what she did too, like I think I told you before, it was great when we did it here in Srin because same guy that did the Boom 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 entertainment um, filled up one of my rooms here with alcohol and soda and wine and everything, beer, everything that you could have. And then we took it out of there. And then he came the next day. We counted up everything, and he said, "Okay, you owe me blah 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 blah," and then he took everything back. This lady will do the same thing. We're going to take an initial order, and more than likely, we're probably going to be light, but it's only 3 blocks down the street to her store. So, which will she's going to come, I think, to the party. I'm almost positive. And whoever she has there, she'll just get on the phone and bring me, you know, 3 cases of Leo and 2 bottles of whatever, and whatever. She'll do it that way, and then whatever we do have left, she'll take back because I just don't have any reason to have liquor. I'm not a I'm not a drinker. Wine coolers, I could probably stick a case in there, and I might drink one every time I go there, but we'll see. Hey, Internet Monster, how you doing, brother? Glad you could make it. Appreciate it. You guys missed all the house stuff I had. I'll have to show that again. Um, hey, Dave, didn't know you were live. Oh, you didn't? Why, you didn't get notified? You should have. But I was showing, and I'll just show real quick some of the footage from the drone on where we stayed in Koh Chang. It was really nice, really nice. Let me see if I got something of the hotel. Yeah, that's the hotel right there. Let me go back just a little bit. And back. And back. 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 And that should be the flyover of the hotel. I stayed in those bungalow, that one right on the other side of the pier, right there to the right. There's 2 of them there. Real nice. And place was I enjoyed it. It was nice and quiet, and the people there that worked there uh, were great. It was a good time. The people I went with were a bunch of duds, but just kidding. Couldn't ask for a better bunch of people to be around. Maui and Bobby and Jai and um, Andrew and Quan, and great. It was great. I just relaxed. They ran around a little bit. I didn't. I needed to relax a little bit. And then I'll give you a real quick deal on the house. This is the um, that part from where the cement truck is to the right of that to the house is 10 10 meters, and it's 7.5 meters deep. And then from there over to the left is the Thai kitchen, which is 4.5 meters by 7.5 meters. And then on the outside of the Thai kitchen, more to the left, is a full size bathroom. It'll have a shower, a commode, a urinal, a sink, and everything. So, and that concrete's going to come all the way out to where that concrete truck uh, stops there. Let's see. Mm-mm-mm. I think I landed. Yes, I did. But comes all the way over there and then comes out. So there's plenty of room to be able to swing over on the concrete and pouring the little tail of it. You can see where it comes over, ties in. Plenty of room to swing over there and park. So it turned out turned out nice. I'm. You can see the trenches. I was saying that just a minute ago. In between each one of those concrete pillars, there's footings below with steel, and that's steel in those trenches, and they're filling those trenches up with concrete and the slab. You can see it right there behind the concrete truck. Uh, things built. I mean, I was wondering why it was going to cost me 200,000 baht, which I look back on it and I'm saying that's cheap. Um, so, and I'll have an exact figure, but it's going to be right around that. That includes the bathroom, another complete septic system, the toilet, the tile for the Thai kitchen, the counter for the Thai kitchen, the walls around the Thai kitchen, electrical, couple simple lights, nothing drastic, and in the bathroom, and a bathroom door, and all the roofing, all the metal, everything. So I didn't. I think Andrew had popped and said that his 7.5 by 10.5 covered deal was about $125 or something like that, 125. So I think I probably got a good deal again. And like I said, the whole thing's going to be under. I'm going to say under 65,000 US dollars to build that whole thing. And hell, you can make it you can make it a house with a few walls. So I don't know. Why so much rebar in the deck? That they built a little, the small little rod deals, that are in those trenches, and then they drilled into the posts and tied it on both sides, and tied it all the way around each one of those posts. It, I don't know. It's going to be standing forever. The only thing I'm probably not going to do that would be a lot of money is to put a wall around it, and I just cannot see any reason. I think I'm gonna have eventually I'll put up two big deals and a gate, and maybe about 6-8 feet on each side of that, and then maybe those concrete posts that go all the way around that they string bob wire just to keep other people's like cows and stuff out, and just my uncle's in. So we'll see because it's expensive. Walls are expensive. Let's see. Yeah, well, that's great. She's gonna that front part. I don't think I have a good picture of. Maybe I do. I don't know. Anyway, the front part you'll see when you come. There's gonna be a big grass area there, but she's gonna have a bunch of, I think, mango trees and all this kind of stuff. And I'm sure that Kenny and Sam Pitt they're putting stuff all over. I think Sam Pitt is like my wife. They want to just grow, 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 which is cool. They can rap about what they're doing. If you guys aren't here, but you guys should subscribe to that. And it's Thailand, what Paradise N Thailand. Uh, but he's doing a good job on documenting it, his build from start to finish. Nah, but if you've seen my let's see if I can find. if you see my trailer there, that I'm going to pull. Um, I'm going to pull back in on that side, that one bay, and there's still, if I pull it over to the center of the area, there'll still be a place for 6, 8 scooters, and I just want to have one there because that's probably where that apartment goes all the way across the back. So that's where the brother lives. That way he can drive in there, go in there, and he doesn't even have to go in the rain. He can just come right out and go in the back door, and he'll be out of the rain. So we'll see. But I I'm not going to need a tractor. My uncle probably needs a tractor, but I don't. The only thing I'd like to do, and I don't really. Oh, maybe I do here. How do I stop? Go back just a little bit. I'd like to. Let's see. No, that front area. Let's see if I. Yeah, it's better before. I don't know if you can see it. You probably can't. Well, maybe you can. There's a front Buddha area. It's like 2.5 meter by 2.5 meter. They have to pour concrete. If you look at it closely, and from between the pond and the front street, um, they poured concrete. They didn't have enough in that last truck. Uh, they just had enough to finish the driveway. 3 full trucks, 15 square meters. I think we figured out was 5 in each truck. Um, he was hoping that he was going to have enough to pour that, but they have concrete bags there. They're going to do it by hand, probably already done, and then they got to tile it and all that stuff. But I think I want to build up the land a little bit on the left, looking down on it, the left side of the pond. That corner's low, and that's where the buffalo and stuff go in. We make it a little bit steeper so they can still go in and out. Then I wouldn't get it leaking out there and going into the street. But you can see where my truck is, Ron. That there's a good size. I think it's 3 or 4 meter concrete in front, but from the driveway on the right all the way over to the pond is all dirt, and then all the way out to the street, that's all going to be grass. The stuff where the that isn't concrete on the right, in front of the cement mixer, that will be, and down in the back, in front of where my little covered balcony deal or whatever is going to go, there'll be grass, I guess. I'll just have somebody coming in there. Oh, you like that? I know, it's pretty good, right? She's got it. My mother-in-law cooks this. Uh, she learned how to and perfected how to cook a big, thick um, chicken breast in the air fryer without burning it to a crisp and decently moist inside. And we had someone, Pierre was stopped by when he was in town. You're coming, right, on the 9th? I think you sent me something saying you tricked the wife somehow to go, but I think you're coming. But yeah, a lot of concrete. I don't know how much is in that driveway and all that crap and the foundation. How I spent a lot of money on concrete, but that house right there will still be there, you know, when I'm long dead and gone. Uh, yeah, 6 months, Ron. 6 months from start to finish on the house, and now we're running a little bit past for the parking deal and all that. But to actually move in, that's what I was telling Kenny. Kenny's he's still. I'm waiting for his video to come out on what he finally is going to. He's going to hire a builder if he hasn't already, and then he'll give us an update on what it's going to cost. And I think they told him. I think Tom Pitt we asked, and I think she jumped in and said a year uh, to build, which is what it took to build Serin. So, yeah, yeah, very much so. Thanks, Bobby. Yeah, they're doing a great job on their house and documenting it. and their pond and their plants and gravel stuff, and they're doing a really good job. So if you want to watch something and know what it takes to the strokes you need to go through, mine are but T&W Tim in Udon, he documented his, I think, extremely well, and I think that Kenny and Sampit are doing a great job. Can't say that for me, but oh yeah, man. Well, like I said, everything there, everything on this property, uh, you know, the solar well, drilling the well, raising the land, pretty much 2 3/4 rye. I mean 1 3/4 rye, almost two. Or yeah, uh, raising the land, concrete, everything on that house, that back part, the outside Thai kitchen, pretty much 2,400 square foot, 5 bedroom, and now 4 bath if you count the outside bathroom. A big giant Thai kitchen. Um, I mean, for 65,000 US dollars, I know I couldn't have built a garage. I spent more on my 30 by 60 with 18-foot metal building, probably over twice as much. And I got a deal on that. So just to build a garage. So yeah, I got no. And the family will have this, and it'll be that the kids will never get rid of this. This is on family land, and they're going to have a bunch. They'll have the Serin house, they'll have this house, they'll have grandma and grandpa's house, and it's just the two girls. So they're pretty much set up for life. Even when I croak, my wife gets one of my pensions until she dies. So I go to sleep every night quite well. If I if I not aches and pains and anything, but I feel comfortable if I croak. I don't have to worry about anything. There, Logan. I talked about death. Did I meet? Did I meet the time restraints? Uh, he's probably gone. Let's see. Tire repair on the bike impressed me. That guy. Yeah, I said, and like I said, I think Bobby. I was talking about it earlier. After he got done with it, and they were great people and everything, but he really did not want to change that freaking tire. And I think when I gave him each 100 baht each, when he didn't want anything to try to repair that tire, that's when he kind of changed. Can I think of somebody that's got a truck, and well, let me just jump on the scooter and go into town, see if I can find a tire. I think that kind of impressed the guy that we weren't just a couple of Farang idiots, out out in the middle of Thailand, and I think it really made a difference for him to go do it, or at least it looked that way to me. And then after that, he was, and I even got on YouTube, and he said, "No, I know what." Jai said, "No, you don't have to bother him. He knows exactly what he's doing." I said, "Okay," and I watched him, and he was doing just whatever they were doing that I was watching on YouTube. And I told him, I said, "It's the same." He said, "I've done scooter tires." And I said, it's a scooter, man. Same principle, all that stuff, the drivetrain, everything's all scooter. Uh, and I don't know, what did it take him? A half hour, Bobby, to do it? Somebody blocked that, knocked that off there. The Yeah, I was impressed. Man. I was really impressed with what he did, because I don't know, the whole thing. We were maybe down an hour and three, not even 2 hours. Bobby would know. I don't know if he. I think it was. I don't know. I don't think he spent more than, once he got the tire. I don't think he spent more than a half hour putting it all together. I don't think somebody that had done Forza's 10 times over would have uh, done it any quicker. Than that. I don't think it was more than a half hour. Bobby can do it. Yeah, I think so. I think that's about right. That's what I would say. And yeah, it would put 30 minutes. The kid was like I said, man, I love Thailand. You got to love Thailand, right? But it was um, it was a good trip. Kind of got a little sketchy after that in the dark. Like I said, man, I don't like riding too much in the dark. But from going from here to Ko Chang, had a great time riding there, riding with everybody over um, to Pattaya. Had a great Thanksgiving. And that just like I said, I'm just getting a little too old to do 6, 7, 8 hour rides each day. But I don't have to. Like I said, it's not like I got to be. Well, in this particular instance, we wanted to get there and make sure that we got on before or at least the 2 o'clock ferry ride over to Koh Chang, and then so we did push a little bit there, but that was okay. And getting over, we needed to make it over there for Thanksgiving, so we needed to get there. So in this particular trip, I guess really didn't have a choice of being able to take 2 days to get someplace that's only 6 hours away. Um, or if I did do it, if I was going there by myself, and I would take 8 hours and stop, every hour and a half, or 10 minutes, and just stretch a little bit and go. I'm just not as, I don't know, what do you say, gumbied? I mean, I don't move as well as I did when I was younger, but I'll never stop riding. That's for sure. Yeah, like I said, man, in my mind after that, when I built that panhead long, long time ago, and got those defective rear bearings in that rigid frame and that wheel, and we went all over Ojai, and I'm talking about, and just sheer cliffs off one side. And I drove all day long and drove up into my mom's driveway. As soon as I got up the hill in my mom's driveway, the whole ass end of that thing fell out. And if that would have happened anywhere during the day, I'd have been dead. And at that point, I knew and other instances that I won't go into, uh, knows that it's not going to, doesn't mean I won't fall off or, you know, break an arm or whatever, but I'm not going to die on two wheels. Ain't going to happen. And that just verifies. And even with that, because it was sketchy, man. Like I said, I don't know if anybody's been on a scooter at 110 kilometers and have a rear tire go, but it was weird because even when I wanted to let off on the throttle, it wanted to get squirrelier. So I had to actually keep gas on and brake and try to keep the thing under control, and then off, and then right where I stopped. And like I said, there was no other buildings. His was the building there, and it's amazing. And the people there, like I said, I mean, that's why I'm here. People in Thailand, I really impressed with their culture, the way that they live, the type of people that they are. Uh, be nice if more people were like that. Yeah, I just looked at some on Facebook actually. They have the yellow ones and they have clear ones that actually have pads around them, and they were 99 baht. Or I might look on Lasada. Did at home. I always had a pair of clear goggles, and I had a pair of clear glasses riding just for riding, and uh, I haven't here. But I don't go out that much at night. I try to stay off the roads at night between high beams and shit and my eyeballs. Uh, Being 67 years old, I guess it has its restrictions, but I definitely going to get a pair because, like, even last night we got home in the dark. I don't like driving the car at night either. Although Thailand roads and the stuff that we took back from where it got uh, dark at, they're all new lighting, I guess is what I'm saying, and new roads. I mean, Thailand, everything that I've been out on riding the scooters is um, they're improving their roads, constantly. Is it a pain in the ass sometimes? Yeah, but I don't know, man. I've ridden across, and are there some sketchy roads here in Thailand? Sure, but I've been on some pothole crap in the U.S. too. So I give them kudos. I definitely don't think they're a third world country, and I think I mean look at their internet and stuff. You know, it's better than the U.S. I think rated wise. So let's see. Hold on, sorry, sorry. But yeah, so I mean I don't know. Did I hit a couple of potholes on the Forza, doing a substantial speed and jarred your teeth a little bit? Yeah. And were they nasty? Yeah. Am I going to go back and take a look at my rims and make sure there's not a V shape in a little bit on that front wheel? Yeah, I'm going to look at it again. I already looked at it once. But yeah, they're there. Um, I think that's probably max. If I was going to just cruising wise during the day, and that's mostly what we did when Maui was leading leading out. We stayed right around 100, you know. So that's normal. The 120 and stuff that I push it occasionally is probably not needed. I mean, like I said, do I really need to get someplace that much quicker? No, I'm retired. Yeah, you know, I mean, if I was going someplace, Logan, I would. Like if I was going to Bangkok, or even if I was going to Pattaya again, or Koh Chang, I would just get a halfway point. Take it slow. Stop probably every hour and a half or hour. Have a bottle of water. Like I said, man, dehydration is not something to screw around with, and you know that. But and then take a 4 hour deal, stop there, spend the night, and then drive into Pattaya, Bangkok. 90% of the places that are around me that I'm probably going to go to, whether it be towards Tat Phnom or go to Ubon, go to Udon, go to Koh Chang, go to Rayong, go to Pattaya. Them is halfway is like 4 hours, 3.5 hours. They're all 5 to 6 hour trips. I think I made it to Tat Phnom in 4.5 hours or something like that. That's okay, you know, to do. For most of the places, I'm going to split them up. But in this particular instance, we couldn't. We could have if I would have wanted to leave a day earlier, but I wanted to ride with, with Lance and his friends were real nice people. I had a good time. I had a really good time. But it does. I mean, there's no reason for me when being here, besides the fact I'd like to, you know, slow down a little bit and take in the scenery. And I'd like to get a lot more footage. Although I do have the 1080 cameras on the front and the rear of the Forza. I might pull that card too. I've got a bunch of stuff on the uh, on the cards, so we'll see. And I'll probably do some of them later this afternoon and try to get one out. I'm probably going to do the ride's probably going to be either 2 or 3 videos. I try to keep them shorter. I think my videos are too long. Um, and uh, and then I've got one that I'll do on the house. And you've seen most of the footage of that. But I've got a lot of good drone footage. I think that's decent. So I'll put that in. Maybe I'll even have just one video of just the drone stuff from Kochang. Yeah, I used to play hell trying to ride in a pack and try to smoke a cigarette. Although a lot of the guys back in the day, um, you couldn't you couldn't ride more than an hour because everybody was running big stretched out stuff and peanut tanks and Sportster tanks. They couldn't run more than an hour, so you had to pull over, which made it kind of nice because later on everybody's on baggers and 5 gallons of gas and stuff like that. I just had a cigarette lighter and would light up, and I kept a bottle of water to pour, especially when we went to the Midwest. We went for a run, and it was 2 days took us to get there, and we went from Southern California to Missoula, Montana, back in 90, 98, 98, I think. That was a long ride. And then you're talking packed up in 100, 105, 108, running at 100 miles an hour. It was quite a trip. Where well, horse racing goggles. Yeah, I don't know where mine came from. My wife, this one that passed, she was the one that got them for me. Always carried goggles, both tinted and not. And then he started well because we go out in the rain, didn't make a difference. You know, we rode always, and started wearing a full face helmet. It was almost out of necessity. Uh, it was nice to be to keep keep a little warm. As, it gets sleet and it was it could be nasty. Put it that way. I like it a lot better here in Thailand. Had a little bit of rain and 90 degrees out, so it really doesn't matter as long as you keep getting completely soaked. Of course, it is getting, like I said, my time of year. It was cold when we left that morning. I put on a freaking the sweatshirt, hooded sweatshirt, zip up that my wife gave me 4 years ago. It was the first time that I wore it. Was that morning going over to meet them at the Amazon in Surin, and then we went and got gas and headed out. And it was I could have wore a t-shirt and I'd have been miserable. It was definitely needed, and I think we wore them. If Maui's still here, I don't. Are you guys? What did we take them off until late afternoon when we got on the? I took mine off when we got off on the ferry, when we stopped at the ferry before we went across to Cochin. So I kept it on from the morning till I don't know, what was it, noon, 1 o'clock, something like that. 1 o'clock, I think. Yeah, I think so too. There are some tough ones, man. Like I said, I hit some, I hit a couple. I didn't see. Is Jake here? He's here. Hey, Jake, what are you doing, brother? Hope you're well. Um, It wasn't so much the less traffic as Maui put it in, and he wanted to stay away from the trucks, the bigger trucks and stuff. And I was happy with that. I liked the lot more scenery and stuff cutting around in the way we went. It was almost like a Google. Sometimes you punch in Google and you can save 5 minutes and tax 2 hours on your deal, and you're out in the middle of a rice field somewhere on a dirt road. So you have to be kind of careful every once in a while in Thailand if you use it. But it's been pretty good to me. You know exactly, and that's why. Well, you're not either. You're out with chainsaws, cutting down trees and shit, which you shouldn't be doing. But I'm not, and I don't. My wife, it gives her more ammunition if I come back and I'm beat up because I push shit that I don't need to be pushing. It just gives her more ammunition for her to tell me that I shouldn't be riding. Um, but I just need to take my time. I just enjoy it. I mean, I've been doing it since a mini bike at 6 years old or whatever. So it's not something that I'm going to stop. Like I said, as long as I can crawl on and get off of it and not fall, uh, then I'll be riding for sure. Yeah, I think so. The what we did was we drove all the way down. We only had to make right before Pattaya. We had to make a little. They were doing a bunch of construction out there, and we jumped off the road before the toll road and took some surface streets. But um, it wasn't that bad. I don't know if it was a 331. I wasn't paying too much attention because Maui had it in his GPS. Like I said, I've still got to do a video on that Apple CarPlay and Android deal that I've got on the Forza. Uh, Highly recommend it. 5,000 baht. It picks up your, it'll play your earbuds through the Bluetooth on there. It'll give you all the stuff for the GPS that it's reading off your phone, just like if you're doing it in your car. And a lot of people were having problems putting their, I paid 54,000 baht or something for this 15 iPhone, and it was the vibration was screwing with the stability control in the cameras, and God knows how much it costs to fix that. And you can just put this thing in your pocket. I actually had it in my little carry bag thing on in the top of the top box, and it was still transmitting that music, everything right through, excuse me, right through there. So I would highly recommend that to anybody that goes out and uses GPS, which I think most people do, unless you've been here so long. Pierre might not; he's been here forever. He might be able to get around without it, but I can't. And full sun. It's got a little visor on it. I've got it on the mirror deal. I can see the thing. I can bring the whole thing just like you can in your car. You can bring it into the three screens that shows you the music, your GPS, your other thing, whatever, or you can have the whole thing GPS. And with the whole thing GPS and with the voice in your ear, piece of cake for $200, under $200. Only way to go. What did I say? You said smoke, and I thought you meant a light within the windshield. Yeah, no windshields. We were driving back then. I was driving FXRs, were the probably pretty much the bike of choice for anybody that was riding. I think the one year, God knows how many miles I put on, 40,000 miles in a year. Something ridiculous. Actually, a year and a half. I surrendered and got a full face. Yeah. No, exactly right. I don't know, man. Were you if you want, that, I don't think that's actually him, but he really wants to advertise his place that much. See it video, rant. Yeah, I don't think that's you, but somebody see if that's actually them. I think he has his own name. He uses his wife's name to talk to people too. What did I miss? Did I miss CJ? I didn't see CJ. I dug. It's my favorite island. I think there's plenty of places to eat, beautiful places, an abundance of places, different places to try. Uh, it's nice. I like it. The sound does sound good. I what I did was I went and I redid this one. I bought the new wires and stuff for here so that it's all nice and pretty behind there. Uh, the one that actually went to the microphone, not the C cable, but the one from my headphones and stuff. I couldn't get a long one, so I had to get one and then get a extension piece, and I took that off and made sure it was all clipped in, and I'm glad that it sounds better. Yeah, hope you're well. I haven't seen you in a while. How are things going? Um, Thank you. Yes. Oh. One cup. What was I was talking about? The chicken breasts. These are actually a little bit more done. Okay, let me get back here. Sorry, guys. Mm-mm. Well, good. I'm glad that does. I think I have it turned right. I think I have. You know what else I did too? When did I put it on? Just so I can remember. Audio. I took it off of stereo, turned on the echo cancellation, and put on the automatically adjust mic volume. and I think it sounds better. I'll go back and listen to it too. Um, let's see. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Am I still? Let me go to your channel and make sure I'm still. Um, what did I do? Hope I didn't. Hope I didn't hide you. Let's see. Oh, come on, dude. No, I didn't. Um. Oh, I know why. Okay. Oh. All right. Sorry. How go? How do I? How do I go to your channel? Oh, I know why. I'm trying to do it on freaking StreamYard. You have to be on. You have to be on YouTube. I'll go and check and make sure I'm subscribed. So you're not. So you're in Florida. CJ is popping out videos in Florida. Well, that's a bummer. Yeah, I couldn't even imagine, man. I want to see my kids. I want to see my grandkids. I want to see my friends. But I think it's only going to be once a year from now on, not like originally planned every 3 or 4 months. Um, and man, I don't know. I went back from when my mom passed, and granted, I didn't want to run around because I thought it was disrespectful. Wanted to mourn my mother, so I did that. And then I wanted to get back home, and home is Thailand. So it, it it's amazing. Okay, no worries. If you can make it, it's going to be a good time. You'll have fun, but you're more than welcome to come if you can make it for sure. Oh, there you go. Bobby put it up. Let me see if I can. Everybody home. Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that. Check mine. I could do that. Let me see where I am. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I couldn't imagine. Like I said, yeah, I imagine so. The I couldn't imagine being any other place than here, and especially now. I mean, I got a Thai family as far as I'm concerned. I got 2 houses here. I got 2 vehicles, 4 scooters. You know, I I couldn't imagine being any other place. That's for sure. Or without my wife now, and with the realization that uh, I, I she basically saved my life. So anything that she really wants, she can have. She's a good woman. I got really lucky. Oh, anytime, gorgeous. You bet. I don't think I am, CJ. I will go and check, but I don't think I'm. Uh, I don't think I'm. Um, I don't think I must not be subscribed because I haven't. I've had nothing pop up that uh, said you're putting out any videos. So I will definitely go. And if you guys aren't, I'll put it here. I know somebody's already posted the deal, but if you guys aren't subscribed, please subscribe. Appreciate it. What are you at right now, anyway? Are you close to 1,000 or back to? I know you got so that was a bummer. And I don't understand YouTube. Wouldn't be so bad if you did and you knew what you did, but when they don't tell you or when you don't know what's going on, kind of sucks. Thanks, Jake. I'm sure if you guys haven't watched, like I said, there's about 3 videos that Logan's got. One in particular, go there and honor some people, and then watch the other one with his family and stuff are here, and then I think he's going to have some more because I think he went and you guys went and spent a couple of days somewhere. So anyway, check out Logan and Jamie's videos. Oh, cool. Okay, I'll see, and you're welcome to come on here anytime you want to and promote for sure. Yeah, I bet it sucked. It's hard enough to do it, especially if you're not into making anything or doing anything with it. But it's like a milestone, right? I mean, to get to a certain point is a milestone. And mine goes slower, and it's like a giant tortoise. But it's okay because the people that we got here are top notch, and I always have a good time. Like I said, when I stop having a good time, you won't get notified anymore because I'll be gone. I'll be done. Yeah, let's see. How long have we been on? Over 2 hours. Wow. And we still got 19 people here. You guys are all right. And the microphone sounds decent because Logan told me so. And I would have been kind of sad that I had to go back to my $15 microphone from my $60 microphone because I kind of like the retro look and it's got everything and all the new wires. I really dig this arm though, Logan. If you can see that it's solid. It's not a road, but it didn't cost $1 million. It was 1,300 baht, which is what somebody can do with the new deal and see what it is. But I don't know. It's like 30, 40 bucks, something like that. You'll stop using you'll stop using caps. Uh, they're paying double time for you to watch. Thanks, Rob. I appreciate it. Anybody that watches, I appreciate. Even the trolls. Nothing wrong with that. And like I said, man, even on some of them, if you're trying to promote a business, even if you said something, and even if it's who you are, I probably still would have left it alone. And then, you putting up your wife's thing, that's kind of uncalled for. But yeah, you got to do what you got to do. But I got no problem with that, except talking about something that you've been talking about for 2 years, and I still don't see any cops out front and waiting for them. And I'm not worried because I know exactly what I said and what I didn't say. And I never said anything about your wife or your business. So you figure it out. All right. Well, let's see. I think I showed everybody saw the footage of the drones, or do you want to see it one more time, or the parking for the house? If you want to, I'll show a blurb of this, and I'll show a little bit of this one. I really like some of this footage um, that I really like, but. Hopefully, if you get a chance, like I said, to go to Kochang, I would definitely go. That was my fourth time, either third or fourth time. I would, uh, I would definitely go there and uh, and check it out because like I said, there's a lot of stuff, different sides of the island, different landscapes, excellent places to eat. Of course, you got Thai people, which are awesome all the time. So. Um, Yeah, I would definitely check it out. And there's a couple of the little islands. What is it? Comac and Kohut. Is that it? How you say it? I'm probably not saying it right. But the little islands that are adjacent to there. The one time we went there, and I think we went to Comac, and it was just me and my wife. And the second and third time we came with the family, and then this fourth time I went without my wife. So it's how far from you? 496 kilometers. That's about as far as we went. I think that's as far as that's 6 hours, right, or something like that. I think. George. I think it's about 6 hours. Sounds like it. Where are you at? Ubon? Udon? 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 Yeah, I bought the new Pro. Bobby answered for me. Thanks, Bobby. while I'm rambling about stuff, but it was really nice, and I was in that bungalow that you're not going to see right off to the right of the pier, and it was rather large. And I think I just did it just to spoil myself because my wife wasn't there. So that'll teach her. I'll spend more money if you come. You could have fun. And I did offer because she was bugging for me not to go with the bike. So I said, okay, here's the deal: take some time off of work, come with me, and I'll take the truck and leave the bike. No, like I said, man, if I could open up a business and could have 200 uh, people like my wife, that all they, I mean, she loves her work. She's I would hire them all and put them all to work. She works 2 hours over, an hour over, doesn't matter. She does it because she loves the people and she loves her job. What am I going to do, you know? All right, let's see. Anyone? No, what is EXO? I don't even know what that is. I don't know. I think that DJI is probably getting overpriced. So if I was to probably do it again, I might try them. But according to everybody that I know that has them, DJI is the one to have. As far as the thing's awesome. I mean, I'd have to probably pers- purposely run it into wires that it couldn't see with the obstacle avoidance to actually get the thing to crash. Um, it's awesome. The only thing that I could say about it, and I think Bobby had mentioned it more than once. I noticed flying at Newbon, it gets a little sketchy when the wind blows up. They're weightless. I mean, the things are they don't weigh anything. But I would say 90% of the time that you're flying, it'll be fine. Are there going to be times probably that you can't fly it? Yeah, there's probably going to be time, but it's an awesome freaking drone. But I'll check into that. EXO. I'll check into it, Logan. All right, everybody. I want to thank everybody that watched. Uh, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. We try to have fun and upbeat most of the time on this channel. I want to thank y'all very much and have a great. Oh, I have to get to my. I almost did it without saying. Richard of Richard Travel did my intro and my outro on my live streams. Thanks again, Richard. Hope everything is going good for you. And I want to thank everybody for. I had to get to the outro. Okay. I want to thank everybody for watching. Have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you live. And I will catch you on the next one.